Welcome back to I.O. everyone, I'm your bacon overlord Johnny Rogers, and if you happen to be new here, we take the most interesting news stories on the internet and then make them more entertaining. So to never miss another story, click that subscribe button. Plus, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you already know, we got them all. And make sure you stay all the way until the end because that's where I feature some of your comments from a previous video, and you wouldn't want to miss that, would you? YouTube sensation Lilly Singh made history in September of last year with the announcement that she would become the only openly queer woman of color to host a late-night talk show on a major television network. This was huge not just for the LGBTQ community, but it also showed the world that YouTubers could indeed connect to mainstream television audiences and bridge the gap between these individual creators and large corporate networks. She checked off all of the intersectional woke boxes. She was a woman of color, she was queer, and she's funny? How did we... Oh, wait, no, she's not funny at all. This major network made one fatal error in judgment when casting Lilly Singh for this role to replace the show Last Call with Carson Daly. She simply passed her prime. It really goes to show you that the executives working for NBC are very out of touch with what's popular on YouTube. They assumed because she had a large audience online that it would most definitely carry over. Unfortunately, the time slot that she's currently in at 1:35 a.m. is way past her fans' bedtimes. Under the name Superwoman, she amassed nearly 15 million subscribers and still regularly posts to this YouTube page, which is honestly where she should have stayed. Now people say comedy is subjective, but as a comedian myself, I know there is a science to what creates a laugh. Everyone has different tactics to get an audience to the laugh, but typically there is at least some visible structure to the joke. Lilly, though, is not a stand-up comic, which has primarily been the type of person that a late-night show wants as a host. You want someone that can take the jokes written for them, deliver these jokes in a natural way, and be able to riff with the live audience whenever possible. Lilly, on the other hand, does this super cringe thing where as she's making the joke, she will make a face to the camera, as if to signal to her audience that this was indeed a joke. She'll do something like... We're sure you already know all of this though if you watched the show, and the real reason you clicked on this video is because you want to know if she's getting cancelled. Well, as of now, it is pure speculation, but things are not looking so hot. For starters, you cannot even buy tickets to see the show live. That's a problem. A late night show is meant to be a weekly commentary on news, politics, and a bevy of other topics, so the fact that her show doesn't have scheduled tapings like at all, is a big problem. You can go see Jimmy Kimmel Live, James Corden, and Seth Meyers, but Lilly's show is nowhere in sight. You can even go see The Rock's new show Titan, and that guy is insanely busy. Like insanely busy. So why no Lilly Singh? Well, there's a couple of things to consider here. Let's take a look at one of her first monologue jokes.
But I know for sure some people at home are looking at their TVs just like, is something wrong with my TV? Why are they playing Slumdog Millionaire after Seth Meyers?
A Slumdog Millionaire joke? Really? Whoever wrote that should be fired immediately. That movie came out in 2008. That reference is 12 years too late. Also, the way she says, hey middle America, essentially just right off the top hinting that the majority of the country that's watching this garbage heap would be ignorant and offended by a person of color hosting instead of Carson Daly. And I gotta tell you, Lilly, that's not why they're mad. They're mad because the jokes are awful. She then goes on a bizarre rant about how all of the other late night hosts are so white like the snow, and that seeing someone like her host a show is terrifying to the white people. Oh, it's terrifying. It's not terrifying. It's absolute cringe. The top comment, by the way, on this introduction monologue video is glorious. Oh, it's the pièce de résistance. Top comment is Alias saying, as a brown woman, I'm not looking for a brown woman talk show host, I'm looking for someone that makes me laugh. And that is the real root of the problem here. The content is no longer Lilly just being herself, which is what made people first gravitate towards her comedy. Now she's being used as an NBC puppet to make them look less racist to the woke left. I don't know who her writers are, but if this show does continue, they need to get their act together and start writing jokes that actually make sense for Lilly Singh to say. On the flip side, if Lilly is the one directing the majority of these jokes, then yeesh. She is way past her prime and just out of touch with what makes people laugh now. Now, you may be saying, well, Johnny, tuck in your shirt because your white privilege is out and it shows. Yes, I realize that what I'm saying could be perceived as just another angry straight white male not wanting a woman of color on television. Except, that's not it at all. And if given the opportunity, I probably wouldn't host a late night show like this. I think it's an archaic form of entertainment that should have been put to bed when Jon Stewart stopped hosting The Daily Show. There's one real hard piece of evidence that I want you folks to look at though, and see if you agree with me. Because like Jay-Z said in the song Reminder, back to back, double plat, I did what you won't, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So let's take a look at the numbers, shall we? You see right there at the bottom of the chart, that's Lilly. Viewership for A Little Late with Lilly Singh has consistently went down 1/100th of a point week to week. Since the start of her show, she has yet to even reach 1 million views. One could point out that this is because her show is newer than say Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert. I get that. Those shows rank amongst the highest views, but over time her show has consistently lost viewers. So mix together the awful jokes, a pandering host, and add in the fact that she has no taping scheduled in the near future, and you have a recipe for one cancelled show.
This is literally the worst thing I have ever seen. Who gave her this show? I hate this on so many levels, not even about being sexist, I just hate it in general.
Yes, dance away the pain, Lilly Singh. Now with that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Onision Calls 911 on Chris Hansen. Also, I have to know, I wish that we could have actually included the call in that video, but Chris Hansen might have just copyright striked us, and we don't want to have a seat with Chris Hansen about copyright strikes now, do we? Mavis Dom Anime on a Piano says, send him to the ranch. I love that PewDiePie fans are making their way into my videos. Hopefully the editors can salvage that reply. Hellhound says, Johnny is looking fancy with that mustache. Oh. What was that? Did you stub your toe? I'm just hoping it can get long enough for me to twirl it. That's all I want. I want to look like I'm in the Civil War or something. Tammy D says, online merch? Let me think. Hell yeah, I would totally buy a Where Are Your Parents shirt. Yes, finally, you guys are motivating me to actually get some designs drawn up and make this thing happen. Nothing would make me happier than seeing someone wearing a shirt that says, Where Are Your Parents? I would just love that. I would make no money on it just so I could see that. Juliet says, the fact that the cops just handed over the audio is amazing. It's like they just went, hey, this guy called the cops on you. Do you want the audio for your YouTube channel? You're so right. Like, only Chris Hansen would have the authority to get a 911 call about him. God bless you, Chris Hansen. God bless you. Oscar says, Johnny screaming like a dad is everything. Yeah, I had fun with that. That was fun. I'm happy you noticed. Thank you for watching InformOverload, and if you enjoyed this video, then show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram for tons of behind the scenes content. Links for that will be in the description below. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a comment with your thoughts on this Lilly Singh being cancelled debacle. And for more videos like this one, plus to make me stop talking, just click that playlist when it comes up on your screen. From IO, my name is Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay grassy.